you, but I feel like my eyeshadow looks kind of popping.
Hello everyone and welcome back again. I'm doing what I used to do where I am filming more than one video at a time so I can edit throughout the week and I don't have to feel guilty because I'm not doing what I love, getting it all done on a Sunday evening. So today we are going to go through some of my trash. I want to start my return to YouTube with a clean slate of empties. There is some projects I've been working on that I've been more involved with on Instagram only. If you are still following me on Instagram, which I hope you are, I have been kind of trying to, every time I get a new palette, I'm trying a new product, why do I seem so cool? Whew, that's better. I felt like I was in the Lollipop Guild there for a second. Anyway, so if you've been following me on Instagram, I have been getting palettes and then actually trying to use every single shade in them. So there is a YouTuber, and I'm so sorry, I think her name is Annette, but I will link her channel down below. She is amazing at 10 Looks 1 palette. She does with lots of different types of palettes. She's into very colorful looks, which obviously I am as well if you've been here for any amount of time. So I will definitely link her channel down below, but yeah, so I'm gonna go through my empties, give myself a bit of a clean slate, and then we are going to start in on some projects and I will make some further videos about those. I hope for those of you who watched the updated makeup space and office space that you bear with me while I fix lighting, etc. It's a very different dynamic with the dark stuff behind me, and I know that you can see the light and the reflection of the glass, which I never really considered when I was building this system, but please bear with me. Okay, so I have broken out my empties into hair, skin, and makeup, and there's actually more makeup than anything, so I'm going to start with that. My first empty is a Rimmel Stay Matte in Sandstorm, and it's literally like gone. I have repurchased this multiple times, and I will likely repurchase it again. I think I have this in a couple of different shades, but I will definitely pick it up again once I work through some of my other ones. My new rule of thumb, again, if you watched the new makeup setup, and I will link it up here if you haven't seen it yet, is to stay within the bounds that I have dictated. So my foundations, concealers, powders, loose powders, and setting sprays are all in the same drawer. They each have their own slot. So I want to stay within that and not buy anything extra. So great product. It's about $11 and I will repurchase it, but I'm not going to yet. So I never thought I would see the day where I actually finished up any kind of lip product, actually, especially lip gloss, but I did finish the mini Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow lip gloss, and I think I already repurchased it. I also finished up this No Problem from Touch in Sol. I think I got this from BoxyCharm. I really liked this. I don't even know why I used so much of it. I just felt like it gave such like a nice feel to my skin before I put primer on. It was like the primer to my primer. I don't even know. It doesn't even tell me what it does. Calendula Officinalis Flower Extract Prime Essence. I think that's like a really accurate description. I would totally buy this again. Once again, I make it through some of my other shit. I remember the day I bought this. I bought this in one of my first like 5 trips to Sephora ever in my whole life, and I was probably like, I want to say close to 21. I didn't get into makeup until my 20s. Like I was every girl's girl wearing no foundation and super bright silver cream Bonnabelle eyeshadow, but I wasn't into like makeup in any kind of real way until my early 20s. And I remember when I bought this, and it was the first time I ever heard about Primer Potion, and I'm 34. I'm in my 35th year, and I just finished this, I think, in like January. Weirdly enough, the packaging actually separated from itself and broke and started to leak into itself. I have never seen that happen before, and that's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. I did not repurchase it. Again, want to work through some of my other eyeshadow primers. But that being said, I actually did just repurchase it by adding it to an order for some Sephora points, because I'm not using my points unless it's for something that makes sense. And I do find that that actually helped with my eyelids not making eyeshadow crease, because that's been a really annoying issue I have been coming across lately, and it's driving me insane. So I've gone back to Soft Ochre. I have gone and tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. It also makes my eyeshadow crease, and like formulas that never creased before. So I am going to bring that back in and see if it's me or if it's the primer, and I'm hoping that it's the eyeshadow primer. I also finished this NYX Pore Filler Primer. This is really drying for my skin right now, so I don't know if I would repurchase it anytime soon. I also find that NYX, since they've tried to rebrand themselves, have gotten a little bit big for their britches, which kind of pisses me off. Like, yeah, you're like good for a drugstore, but you're not that good. So like, easy on your $17 primers, okay? Okay? Like, I'd rather pay the $39 for the Potted Tarte Poreless primer that lasts a lot longer than $17 for this, which is only what, 0.67 fluid ounces? I don't think so. I did finish a ColourPop Brow Boss in the shade Ash Brown, and I did repurchase this as well. I do really like these eyebrow products, but I will also say you go through them super, super quickly. So they are cheap, they are awesome, but you do go through them fairly quickly. So I did repurchase. I don't know if I will for a third time. We're down to like the last 3 makeup products. One being the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation. Ultra Long Wear Foundation. This is gone. It looks like it's not. It's literally just dried to the sides. There's nothing in there. I did actually even use a spatula. I would definitely repurchase this again as well, but I have to wait until there's an empty slot in my foundations. And truthfully, I have been using the Peach Perfect from Too Faced for months now. I've gone through almost an entire other one, like an entire foundation, since this one has been empty, and I don't believe there is any foundation that's as good as that one in the whole world, as long as you can deal with 1, full coverage, and 2, the smell. But I can't smell it. It's like I've lived with dogs for so long that I just smell dog, and that's it. I did finish this Milk Hydro Primer, Hydro Grip Primer. I will probably repurchase this in a larger size once I finish up some of the primers I already have. See, that's the thing about subscription boxes. I have all of these things I really like to use, and I have all of these items that I would definitely repurchase or I think are really great that I've tried in minis, but you end up getting so much stuff in subscription boxes that you just like can't be bothered to repurchase things because you already have backups of other things and other things to try. So like, pros and cons, I guess? I don't know. And last but not least in the makeup category is this Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I probably have repurchased this 5 or 6 times. I am a firm believer that mascara does not have to be high-end to be good. I actually think that 90% of mascaras that I like are better and they're from the drugstore. There's actually a mascara I want to call out while we're talking about them. I have to see if I can find them in my gigantic mess. It may be over there in a place I can't reach right now, but the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara, I did a review on that and I said I didn't like it. I put it back in my drawer, pulled it out about a month later. Ugh, I know. And it's amazing. For me, my eyelashes do not hold a curl, so I need something that will hold a curl and isn't too wet. And that mascara, like this mascara is wet, so I always like break the seal, put it back, a month later pull it back out. It's like my system. But I just feel like that one and this one both, like after you leave them dry for like a month, really hold a curl. So if you're not good with curl in your lashes and you like length and volume, these two are both awesome. So we're going to segue into like skincare, hair care, but the easiest segue is to go through setting sprays. And I actually finished an Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray pretty recently, and I feel like I went through it really quickly and I didn't remember how much I liked this. I hadn't tried the Urban Decay all-nighter in a very long time, like since before they had the white container with the purple writing. I picked this up at Winners when I was kind of going by because I felt like my makeup again was not sticking to my face. I feel like since I'm aging, my makeup doesn't always function the way it used to, so products that used to be really amazing for me aren't anymore, and they break up, or like one day they're perfectly fine, 2 days later they're doing crazy things. I don't know if you can see it, but on my chin I have like a really bad cystic breakout. I have a breakout all through here. This is a new thing for me. I never used to, like I've always had redness, especially if you've been here for a while, you know that about me. But we're on a tangent, so bear with me. I've always had redness, and I've always had like a pimple or two here and there sometimes, but like in general my skin is pretty good. But lately, man, just like I breathe on my skin the wrong way and it's like cystic breakouts, and I'm to the point where I don't even wear makeup if I don't go to work. So I'm not really wearing makeup on the weekends too often, and I'm really not wearing makeup like unless I have to. So unless I'm going somewhere or I'm going to work. And it's like, it's in revolt over it. It's such a weird thing. Anyway, that's my tangent. Would repurchase, and I would recommend. My next setting spray is actually a MAC Fix Plus. I think I actually had this in a very old Project Pan. I must have, because there's lines on it. So I will say that as a caveat as well. I'm fairly certain all of these empties should be new to you. I do know that I filmed a couple of videos that I did not edit or post, and I think one of those was an empties video. So if you have seen any of this before, I'm very sorry, but know that I love you and I mean it, and I will never do it again. Fix Plus and I have a love-hate relationship. This is my second bottle, and I will probably repurchase it again. But it's not the thing that I like run out to have, but the second I buy it again and use it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's so great. I always forget. And then I get like annoyed with it over something, like it's not doing exactly what I think it should, or it doesn't perform the way it did the day I got it back. And then I just get mad. It's like such a weird thing. So those were like my segue products. So now we're into skincare. So I did finish a Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water All-in-One Normal and Sensitive Skin. Cleanses and removes makeup, soothes, no rinsing, face, eyes, lips, visage, jours libre. That's French. So I'm trying to get away from micellar water, and I'm doing it very unsuccessfully because I know that it's not the best for you, especially from what I understand, the Garnier one specifically, but they're just so easily accessible. And they're so cheap. Like, you can get them at Walmart. I don't really have to think about it. So, like, I'm sorry. I already repurchased it. I did only finish one moisturizer somehow. I must have picked through this and threw the rest of them out. But this is the Ren Clean Skincare Ever Calm Global Protection Day Cream. I have no true real opinions on this. It moisturized my skin, but it really didn't do anything where I felt it was of note, to be honest with you. So I feel like this will be one of those like blips in my skincare life where like I will remember our time together fondly. Thank you for recognizing that's a line from Teresa is Dead. You should go check her out. Yeah, it's like that like guy that you go on a date with and like it's okay, the meal is okay, he's not good, he's not bad, you're just kind of meh. You had a date once, and then it didn't go anywhere. That's my relationship with this Ren Clean Skincare. Okay, now we're into hair, and honestly, I have never been to a dry bar before. I have never used products from dry bar before, but I had a little bit of a mental breakdown around Christmas and just like bought a million things from Sephora. And one of those things was, I think it was called the Party of Five. And if it's not called that, I will put it up here either way so you can see what I'm talking about. But I have two products from that. One is the Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo. Pardon me, feeling a little gassy. This was amazing, and it's like gone, like there's nothing left in here. This is probably my all-time favorite dry shampoo ever, and it's like beating out the Elizabeth and James black and white dry shampoos. I really love those. The Batiste dry shampoos, I really love those. This works like a freaking charm, and I highly recommend it. And honestly, it is a little bit more expensive. So if you can pick it up in like one of those packs, like the sampler packs, I do recommend you do so. But it was just amazing. I liked the smell of it. I liked what it did to my hair. It actually got me to the point where I could wear my hair down more than once in a row, which is super uncommon for me. And it didn't leave like that gross. So like a challenge I'm having, and I haven't dyed my hair since like 2 Novembers ago. So if you've been around for a while, from like here up is my actual hair. So like my whole, like this is all my hair. I just didn't want to dye it anymore. I used to dye my hair black because I was so gray, and now I've just let the grays go. But the thing with dry shampoo is it kind of grabs onto those grays and makes them look even grayer. And like, I'm cool with having my grays, but I don't want to look like I have like a rogue streak. Like I'm doing myself a big enough favor with how gray I am without any help from a dry shampoo, but this doesn't do that. So again, loving all my tirades today. Highly recommend this if you're looking for a dry shampoo. I also have this Prep Rally Prime and Prep Detangler. This was a really good product as well. I did find I went through it really, really fast. That being said, the detangler I was using is this Chi one, and you can see the size difference is pretty crazy. Who did I see? Oh, I was watching some, like, I don't know, you get on those like Facebook video, like real deep in the Facebook videos, and you find shit from like BuzzFeed or whatever, and this girl had this like automatic electric battery operated detangler, and I'm totally gonna probably buy it because it looked amazing. Anyway, I did really like this Pep Rally, but I did feel like I went through it really, really quickly, which I didn't love. But I did prefer it to the Chi. The Chi is like much bigger, obviously, and I'm not going through it as fast, but the actual performance of the product in the Pep Rally was much better. So again, I would buy it again. Maybe I won't need to if I can buy that other thing. My last 2 hair products is a little Briogeo Don't Despair Repair. I am really just going through these as they come in subscription boxes. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I don't actually know what all the fuss is about around Briogeo. It's okay. It like is also in that category of it was an okay date with that guy I don't really remember the name of. Like, I feel like we all have some of those guys. This is, I think his name is Mark. I remember what I ate, but I don't remember his name. And last but not least, in general, is the Pantene Pro V hairspray in level 4. So I bought a whole bunch of little minis because we did buy a boat last year. So I bought a bunch of minis to take up there and leave there and to take to the gym with me. And this was one of those. And I think I just need to stop buying minis because I just go through them way too fast. All in all, I do feel like I ended up with quite a few empties considering I had cleaned this out in I think the end of January. So yeah, let me know what you've gone through in the last little while. I'm hoping to continue to post throughout the upcoming weeks, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you back, and let me know if you want to hear about what happened to me in the last 4 to 5 months.